lecture, we are going to be able to pick image from our file. Okay, now to do this, the first step is, and we can call this function pick image. Okay, and now the second step is to create a variable to store the picked image or to store the picked file. So what we can do is we can just go ahead and specify the type of variable. It is a type of something known as file picker result. And then we can call this variable result. And it's going to be equal to file. Before this, it's going to take some time to open our file. So what we can do is we can tell Flutter we are ready to wait for this. So we're going to be using the await. And in order to use the await, we have to use the async over here. Async. And now we can say we are ready to wait or await for the file to open. Okay, and this is going to be file file picker. That is the file picker package we had earlier installed. And now we can then say dot platform, then dot pick files. You can see default, it is set to pick files, but we just want to be able to choose a single file. So we have to then say allow multiple to force. We don't want to be able to pick more than one file. And also, it has a property known as type. And for the type, we can then say file type. File type is you can see the type is basically referring to the type of file we are expecting. We can say we are expecting any type of file. That means we can either pick audio, we can pick image, we can pick media, we can pick video. We can also specify no, we do not want to be able to pick any files, but we want to be able to pick only audio files. You can see over here. We can also say no, we only want to be able to pick image file. We can also say no, we only want to be able to pick just video, right? But for this, we only want to be able to pick just image. Okay, seems good. And also, we can add a not check over here in case the user has not yet picked any image. So we're basically saying it can be no. And now we can add a semicolon over here. This is great. Great. So basically, we have this variable called results to store the picked file. Not really the picked image, because by using this file picker, you can basically pick any type of file. It can be image, it can be video, it can be media, it can be any. And for now, we just want to be able to select or pick just images. And what we then have to do is to create a global variable to store the picked image. And the reason for this is because in the future, we are going to be able to display that picked image on the over over here. So what we have to do now is to create a global variable to store the picked image. Over here, we can just go ahead and specify the type of variable. It's going to be a type of dynamic. That is, it can be string. Sorry. Over here, we can just create dynamic. That means it can be string, it can be int, it can be whatever type of variable. And we can then call this underscore image. Okay, great. And what we then want to do first of all is we want to have a check. We can then say if result is not equal to null. It means the user has successfully picked an image. Then only we want to set state in order to update the UI. Okay, you can see we are currently using a stateful widget. Sorry, we are currently using a stateless widget, so we cannot set state, right? Now, in order to use the set state, we have to upgrade or update to the stateful widget. So what we have to do is to alight and use Ctrl and dot then convert to stateful widget. And over here, now we can use the set state. And basically, we then have to assign this variable called underscore image to equal the result variable result result then dot this is going to be result dot files then dot first then dot byte. This will basically assign the picked image to this variable called underscore image. And this is basically it for now. Okay, seems good. And what we have to do now is to call this function called PickImage. Scroll down and you can see over here we have this function, and now we can just call it over here. So whenever we click on the button, it's going to trigger that function. Okay, now let's reload this and you can try this out. Remember the file picker can also allow you being able to pick videos and whatsoever files you desire. You can also pick video, you can pick media, you can pick any, also you can choose whatsoever you want. Okay, you can see how powerful the file picker package is. And let's go try this out and click on this. Okay, you can see it's taking a bit longer, so that was why we had to await this. Okay, you can see working as expected. And I've done this before, and that is why it went so fast. But yours is going to take some time to load, and that was why we said we want to await this. Okay, you can see now, and we cannot pick this because we are expecting it is expecting a file. You can sorry, it is expecting an image. You can see we said the type should be just image. We can also say we want to be able to pick any. That means we can pick either uh, audio, we can pick either video, we can pick whatsoever, but we want to be a bit strict. We just want to pick image. Really want image to display, but you can just go for pick video. Okay, seems good. And it is working as expected. You can see we can't actually pick this, but we can pick this. You can see we can pick that. Okay, working. Okay,